commander decks with a multiplayer ban list in a 1v1 format. We are one of the only LGSs that hold competitive tournaments on a monthly basis, and today we're bringing you two very powerful decks. We have Inalla, Archmage Ritualist, versus Tevesh Szat, piloted by Nathan. Obviously, Inalla is piloted by me. Looks like both players are going to be on 7, and Inalla is going to be on the play. And so we're going to get right into the game without wasting any more time. Here we go. So yeah, I believe I kept 7, and we are looking at our hands. It's a freshly built deck, 1 to the bottom. So it looks like Inalla is on the play with 6 cards. Going to start off with a Misty Rainforest and Thoughtseize.
I reveal my hand to Dante, showing Negate, Spell Snare, Necropotent, City of Brass, Spell Pierce, Shipwreck, Marsh, and Polluted Delta.
Now, one thing that I'm already thinking is Inalla is a turbo combo deck. We are trying to go as fast as we can. So although Necropotence is arguably the most powerful card, we're looking for things that are going to be able to interact with us in the first few turns. Right away, I know in my hand, I believe I have a Thassa's Oracle. So Spell Snare is looking mighty fine to me. I also have a Mana Crypt in my hand that you guys can't see. So Spell Pierce it doesn't sound like the best option, seeing as how I may be able to pay for that in future turns. So we're looking at Spell Snare. Again, we're looking to fire off and win within the first couple turns. We're not really too worried about him resolving a Necropotence. We want the game to be over by then. What are you thinking about now that I have your hand revealed? What are you hoping I don't take?
So for me, I had a feeling you were going to take the Spell Snare or Spell Pierce, just as the control pilot versus the turbo combo matchup. The entire game plan is stop you from doing something, and then eventually I'll land something impactful like a Necropotence, like a Tevesh Szat, like a Black Market Connections. So I knew that you were going to take either Spell Pierce or Spell Snare, but this Thoughtseize, I was feeling okay no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, you do have enough counter magic. You're actually sitting exactly where you want to be. You can dump your hand, eventually be able to refill it with Necropotence. This is a really good hand for the control player. I do end up taking Spell Snare, and let's see where we go from here. Going to go ahead and pass the turn, deciding not to cast the Mana Crypt. Seeing as though he is showing a Spell Pierce, casting the Mana Crypt here is probably the best choice. Let's see what we do with it later.
I think I just saw myself pick up a Stifle.
So Stifle was the pickup here. Fetching what I believe is an Underground Seed. Mostly going to be, this is Tevesh Szat, so the Underground Seed is usually going to be the first fetch. And we pick up a draw of... Was that the Demonic Consultation draw? I believe that was the Demonic Consultation draw. So opening hand had a Thassa's Oracle, and our first draw is a Demonic Consultation. We're going to play our land first, and we are going to drop this Mana Crypt playing around Spell Pierce, making sure we have the mana to pay for that Spell Pierce. After that, we don't have much to do. Our hand, 50% of our hand is Thassa's Oracle, Demonic Consultation.
Yeah.
And I believe you pick up a Hymn to Turok here.
Yeah, I think that was a him as well. I just go City of Brass Pass because I'm staring at 4 mana right now, and Inalla is known... Of course, Dante's got the Thassa's Oracle combo, but Inalla is known for Spellseeker, resolve a Spellseeker with 1 black mana left, and the game is over, so I have to just draw pass until Dante taps out. Then I might be able to do something relevant on my turn.
So currently we're looking at Thassa's Oracle, Demonic Consultation. We have a Spell Snare, and we just drew into a Demonic Tutor. So we need 1 land. We need a black or a blue land. We are going to Demonic Tutor here. And we're going to bait out this Spell Pierce. It looks like my opponent, or Nathan, didn't realize that I did float 1 with the Mana Crypt, so we were able to pay. One thing you'll notice on Backroom Brawls, OP Faceoff, is we do not allow takebacks. We do not allow any sort of charity. It's cutthroat. You didn't see it. You cast the Spell Pierce. And to be honest, I don't even think Nathan wanted to take it back as soon as he realized that he didn't double check. We're going back and forth right now, arguing a little bit, having a bit of a laugh. It never gets too serious, but we do hold each other to a high standard of gameplay. This is the only way we're able to get better. This is a competitive format, and that's what it's all about. So part of the fun is making sure your opponents stay on their toes.
Yeah, that was absolutely a mishap on my end. I should have just asked. Whenever you're casting a miscalculation, a spell pierce, a miscast, anything like that, any conditional counterspell, you should always start with by asking, do you have mana floating? I did not. Dante got the successful bait right there.
And we're just going to go for our land here. We're going to put it into our hand. Again, all we need, we are trying to turbo combo. So we are trying to get to our mana to be able, we don't want to leave it up to the top of our deck. Every turn that goes by becomes better for the control deck than it does for the turbo combo deck. Obviously, the game plan is to win as fast as we possibly can here. So every turn we allow him to draw, play a land, and pass. More chances for interaction, just the less good it is for the turbo combo player in general.
Yeah, so at this point, I know that I've got a Stifle in my hand, but that's it. And I'm hoping I don't just die here. I'm banking on that Stifle. Definitely scary, getting that spell pierce paid for.
Looking back on it, we could have demonic tutored for a Spellseeker, and we could have gone that route. And I think in the future, I probably will go for that. So what we do is we end up shuffling our hand to make sure he doesn't know that we picked up this land. We don't want to give away any information before we play the land. Try to play it off like, oh, did I play a land this turn? Play it and pass.
Looks like I drop a Shipwreck Marsh into a Hymn to Torok. Dante just demonic tutored, and of course I don't know that he tutored for that volcanic island. But he very quickly snaps off a Swan Song.
Which we must, because the other two cards in our hand are Thassa's Oracle, Demonic Consultation. We know he has a negate. We know he cannot cast negate. And again, when thinking, should I go for it now, we know it's just never going to get better for us. So we're going to Thassa's Oracle, Demonic Consultation. We're going to name Black Lotus.
Yep, you see me knowing I have a Stifle in my hand, I very quickly point to that consultation saying, what are you going to name?
And we have to name Black Lotus here. And if he doesn't have a Stifle, we win. But unfortunately, this time we do run into a Stifle, and we can wrap it up and go into the next game.